reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
What are you planning, Stoltz? You're back. I hope you have good news for me. Well, color me surprised. Good work. With that out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the more important matters, like dealing with the chaos going on outside of this vault. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them? Looks like I may have to check in with our custodian Johnny later. He usually hears a thing or two, though I'd much rather people come to me than having to resort to gossip mills. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? There's no need to be rude. Still, you've helped clear up some issues. The least I can do is give you something for helping us. I'm sure you'll put it to good use.
Security said it was...
I'm sure... It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you. Now that you've proven yourself useful, I have a sensitive situation that could use some in-person problem solving. The emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered, something that requires proper authorization to do. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher Hilda Stoltz headed there not too long ago. I believe you're acquainted. It would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's unlikely she'd seek outside meddling if it wasn't something serious. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns here safely. If she's unwilling to return, convince her otherwise. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over her safety. With our current numbers, that isn't a risk worth taking. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort of ventilation system. If Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine you won't have too much trouble. But I'll provide a security key, just in case. Be prepared for the worst. I look forward to your return. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better? The new animals up there, any of them good for eating? The new animals up there, any of them good for eating? I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before. Felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though. good community gathering around here.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, condition?
What the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her! What's that? Oh. I understand. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course she has the key herself. I should have known. Yes, very well. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. Let's slide around here and shoot. You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security settings.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse?
I believe you have something for me.
Seeing someone do so much good around here.
Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter, Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about. I'm happy to hear it. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. Got a system, and it works.
Right you are, my friend. Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so? After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you a bit. and you have important business to attend to. Now, off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Due to the stockpile.
I miss research, science, and discoveries. And the new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
You there! I don't know you. Why are you in my lab? What's this? Oh, the blueprints. Fantastic. Did my father send you? Are we hiring outside help for the mailroom now? Never mind that. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I finally have these. Yes, yes. Very excellent parcel delivery. Off with you, then. Actually, wait a moment. A helpful minion could be quite useful. Could you give me 2 seconds to read this? Here's a little reward for you. Count your bottle caps while I go over these blueprints. Come back when you're ready for more work. Perfect. The blueprints specify the exact part we're looking for. Well, I could use someone with outdoor experience for starters. Based on your skin condition, I'm guessing you're not from around here. That means you walked here. You're perfect for the job. Believe it or not, the Shenandoah Visitor Center has a device for monitoring the weather. While vastly inferior in complexity, it contains parts that you won't find out of any old toaster left to rot. I'll analyze these blueprints more and do some research ahead of time, just in case. That just leaves you with the task of action. Thank you. The visitor center is just north of the manor, on the cliff. It's probably completely abandoned. The building isn't too big, so you should be able to find it easy enough. Once you have the part, come back here, okay?
Oh! 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 Who are you? Don't hurt me, please. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that's a relief. Well, it's not here. It's back in my bunker. There's a bit of a problem, though. The door to my bunker got jammed from the inside, and I got locked out. I just went out to get some essentials. I rarely leave the bunker. Of course, I had to lock myself out when I do. Anyway, good news is, there's a second entrance in the basement of this building. Bad news is there's a bunch of weirdos in there now. I don't know who they are or what they want. I've never seen them before. But they did not seem the friendly kind, huh? I just came in here minding my own business when I heard some creepy chanting and talks about some Alex sending them here for a sacrifice. I panicked, and I locked them in. I don't think they noticed, but I bet they'll be real mad once they do. You've got yourself a deal. Come and let me know when they're all, dead.
Watch over us in our time of trials.
I stopped hearing screams, so I came through, to check on you, yeah? And I wasn't sneaking off. A deal's a deal. Follow me. I'll show you to my bunker. The machine is in there. Well, the machine you're after is just over there. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss. Thanks for helping me out getting back here.
Did you find the part we're looking for? What a relief. I must admit, I was a little unsure there would be any machine left to rescue parts from. I knew you would be a good fit for the task. But that aside, I never heard of any cult in these parts. Then again, I never heard much about... I wonder what they were doing there. Alex? No, she couldn't be. Sorry, I knew someone named Alex. I never found out what happened to them when the bombs dropped, but it must be someone else. Would you mind getting the part in place? It should be pretty simple after my modifications. All the connectors are standardized now to fit a regular part. I do it myself, but I just need a minute to gather my thoughts. I mean equipment. I'll be right there. Got my equipment together. Let me see how you did in placing the part. Passable. You forgot to hook up a few of the connectors, but a solid attempt for a first-timer at weather machine repair. All that's left now is to get a scan of my mother's eyes. She is the only one in this vault authorized to override security checks when we reboot it.
Audrey! Audrey! I thought I heard your voice in here. Oh, and our new friend is with you. Good, we might need you. We have an emergency. Your mother. She's gone.
What do you mean, gone? I thought she was in stable condition.
No, not gone like that. She's not in her room. Someone has taken her. They've left a note. Oberlin read it out to me. Some gibberish about a Mothman.
Didn't you say they were connected to an Alex? So if this Alex is connected to these cultists, and the cultists kidnapped my mother, could it really be her? But why would she take Mom?
Alex? In a cult? No, that can't be. I took care of her.
What did you just say?
Nothing, my dear. I misspoke.
No. You definitely said I took care of her. Want to elaborate on how you took care of her father?
Okay, look. I didn't intend for you to find out, but she was a risk to your future and that of our family business. I had to ensure you would stay here with us. I only did what I had to do.
Why am I not surprised? I had a feeling you were behind her disappearance. How was your own daughter's happiness ever a risk? Every single bit of my life has always been dictated by you, and I have been miserable for all of it.
Now, that's not true. You've always loved all this tinkering and such. All I did was make sure you were safe and would focus on what's important. The family business. And look around. Look how well it has worked out. This machine you've helped build and maintain. It's a true masterpiece.
Are you delusional? Look at us! Look at those mad lost running around! Mom is in a coma, for God's sake! How has any of that worked out well? I cannot reason with the unreasonable. I need some air to process this.
She'll come to her senses. There's always a flair for the dramatic. Takes after her father, I suppose. We have more important business to discuss anyway. We need my wife back. Pronto. And you've more than proven yourself capable of that task. So please, I could use your assistance. Wunderbar. Getting this machine repaired is in everybody's best interest. Now, the note left behind mentions something about an old abandoned mine. I remember there was only one within the park. Nearly purchased it at one point for some... actually, that's not important. Try and blend in as one of the cultists. I fear they may harm Cassidy if they spot an intruder. Find where they're keeping her and get rid of Alex. I expect you to do a better job than the last person I sent to deal with her. Preferably, yes. But I guess you're right. It's only led to more chaos, hasn't it? I guess you could try and talk some reason into her. I do have this book. You could use it as a peace offering from me. I took it off Audrey. It appears to have been a gift from Alex. I thought it best to remove anything that might rouse up sentimental feelings. You know the sorts. Silly young romances. Anyway, I think this could be enough to persuade her and invite her into this family. Yes. If that's the price I have to pay to get Cassidy back alive, then I guess I will come to terms with Alex being in our lives. Knew I could count on you. Now you better get going. I will deal with Audrey. Meet me back in the atrium when it's safe to get my dear Cassie. I will send out some people to transport her back safely once you've completed your mission.
Oh, hello again. Didn't expect to see you here. Perfect! Well, almost perfect. I can't leave yet. Not until I've finished running the tests. I've been researching a method of reverting the Lost back to their original condition. Or at least, regain the ability to communicate with us. Uncle Hugo agrees with me too. This is top priority stuff, so, would you help me out? Please? Pretty please? You will? Great!
First, you should head to the greenhouse in the chemistry wing. Once you're there, look for Henry. Oh, Henry is one of the plants. He's from the Papaveraceae family. Some subfamilies, when properly processed, can be used as painkillers and muscle relaxants. I'll be tracking your progress, and I'll give you a ring over the intercom with the next steps. Good luck!
Looks like you found Henry. Good. Now we just need to mix serum alpha. Head to the pharmaceutical lab. It should be through the door on your left after leaving the greenhouse. Once you've made the serum, we'll have to test it. I'd managed to sedate a couple of the lost earlier. There should be one taking a nap in the clinical trial room. It's just past the observation room, through the door to the left of the mixer station. You'll have to dose them with the serum. Hopefully they won't be too mad when you wake them up.
feel the storm changing. Sweating red. That can't be good.
Some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survived in there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. Oh, and those caves were used to vent dangerous gases from the lab. You may encounter some mutated critters or side effects. Good luck! Come find me when you get some samples, and I'll extract what I need and mix the next doses. everything? Great! Hand them over and I'll make the new serum. You know, mixing formulas was always one of my favorite things to do here. I always thought, hey, if this doesn't pan out, maybe I could be a bartender at one of those high-class joints. One time, I mixed a custom cocktail for one of Uncle Hugo's. Maybe it went down a little too well. Still, okay, here's the... And head over to the bike. I'll unlock the door. Place the serum in the slot in the machine. That should dispense the serum safely into the vat to be absorbed. Oh, this is our last chance today. Cross all your fingers and toes.
Behind you, beast. You hear their light leaking?
Did it work? That looked like it worked. Good. That's good. Some of these things are a little weird, but, we did it! You better head back to the office. I'll tell you everything. Welcome back. Let's talk. It's complicated. To understand, I need to tell you what the actual purpose of this facility was before the Lost. Those vats contain sleeping residents from our vault. Back when we faced our first crisis of the mind. Going feral. Before the Lost. Feralization was the only real threat to our happiness here. It was running rampant and we were desperate to fix it. My papa was one of the volunteers. He showed early signs of going feral and offered to go under. Be a test subject for cures. He was also that last patient you ran the experiment on. Okay, let me try to explain. As you probably noticed, the once sedated patients have two key problems. They aren't really sedated much anymore, and they're still lost. So, I'll come clean. We're not here looking for a cure for the Lost. Or at least, not here and not me. I'm here to test out new ways of sedating the patients here. Something stronger that can even put a Lost under. But, before you get mad, we are looking for a cure. The royal we, just not me, not here. Sorry about that. I don't even have a joke. I really appreciate that, thank you. Oh, and before you think I just wasted your time on a personal project, I did manage to secure some tissue samples too. And we needed those! Really! An integral step in fixing the Lost, I mean it! But look, I'll head back to the vault soon after I finish up here. You can assure Oberlin that you've completed your rescue mission. Have a fun hike back! Bye now!
Maybe I can dig up some information on the rest of Appalachia. You're back. Were you able to secure Hilda safely? That's good to hear. She's an invaluable asset to the vault. What exactly was happening over there?
Arrived a few years back. The old vault sure
Reckless. Perhaps a necessary step in seeking a cure, but to do so alone, with the region in the state it is. Well, it's good you were able to arrive there before she'd gotten herself killed. You're more capable than I had assumed. I'll make sure you're suitably rewarded for your effort. Take a moment to dust yourself off, but report back to me soon. I have another job for you. This one's a bit more delicate than the others. You're dismissed.
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened. Reckon that storm was
It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
If you're ready, I'd like to brief you on a highly classified matter. To be frank, you are among the few here that I believe I can share this information with. Though I suppose that's not saying much. I have not been entirely honest about my role here. Not to you, nor other members of the Vault, Hugo included. I am Lieutenant Colonel James T. Oberlin, United States Army. Actively, not formally. I remain in contact with him to this day. Originally, I was to oversee a government-funded weather research project. One that was shut down and then ultimately scooped up by Mr. Stoltz. While I was never exactly an expert on the subject, Mr. Stoltz found my experience with the project important for the transition. That project led to the development of this very Vault's weather machine, and ultimately our current predicament. I have remained in contact with my associates in the Army ever since, reporting the good and the bad. Not long ago, I dispatched a member of my team to pass along my findings to a drop site I've been using over the years. Unfortunately, he has failed to return, and I fear the worst. Daniel is a good man. It's important we bring him home, if still possible. There's also the matter of the report, and whether or not it had been passed along, or potentially fallen into the wrong hands.
You reckon that storm's gonna get worse or better?
Thank you. The drop is located at High Knob Tower along the western perimeter of the park. We haven't had trouble with that location so far, but there is a chance that the Lost have overrun it. Or potentially some other party, drawn in by the allure of the storm. Either way, you're going in blind. Be prepared for the worst. Just how far did they go to cover up scandal?